Each week, the Xfinity editors pick the TV show, movie, or special event they are most excited about right now. This week, we kick things off with our very own Xfinity music editor, Quam. Quam, which premiere are you looking forward to?
Thank you, David. And I am so excited for the return of Invincible. If you haven't seen this show, you're sleeping. Let's take a look at the trailer.
For some of you, it probably seemed like this day would never come. Maybe you're even wondering if you're ready for this. For what comes next.
You have no idea what I'm capable of.
I didn't know who he was.
I don't fight friends because I would win.
Never apologize for saving lives.
There's only one way this kid goes back out there, and that's on a very short leash.
I'm just happy helping people.
You know people try to kill us every single day, right?
Viltrumite against Viltrumite. That has not happened since the Great Purge. You should have died at birth.
Yes, Invincible is an animated superhero series based on the comic book of the same name. The show follows Mark Grayson, voiced by Steven Yeun, who is the son of the world's most powerful superhero, Omni-Man, voiced by J.K. Simmons. As Mark starts to develop his superpower abilities of his own, he becomes the titular character, Invincible. But he finds out that his dad is hiding some deep, dark secrets about their superpowered origins, which all come to the light at the end of the season 1 finale. And season 2 picks up right there. And I personally love a good deconstruction of the superhero genre. This show just feels very refreshing when compared to other superhero properties, Marvel. And it's just an easy watch. It's an easy show to turn on, turn your brain off, and just have a good time with. So I'm super excited for this show. Nicole, I know you're also an Invincible watcher. How excited are you?
I'm so excited. Like you said, I was left on a cliffhanger, so I'm ready to get back into it. And was that Carl Winslow as a cop again? The dad from Family Matters? Oh, sorry. They're just like typecasting him, and I think it's hilarious. Anyway, I love the series. I like this idea of gritty, not so nice superheroes, kind of like The Boys. It's real. It feels real. And, you hate to sympathize with the villain, but J.K. Simmons is so compelling in it. I love it.
You sympathize with Omni-Man? I was like, oh my gosh, this guy's awful.
Not him, but it's just like sympathizing with the villain has become a norm now. Like, oh, okay, I can see it. People suck sometimes, but that's all I'm gonna say.
David, do you watch? Have you watched Invincible?
I don't, but I know I would like this because I love The Boys.
Mm-hmm.
And you're right, Nicole. Carl Winslow, Reginald Vell Johnson does do a voice in this, but I don't think he's a cop. He's credited as principal. So I don't know if that was. I don't know if that was the whatever, but yeah, Carl Winslow is a voice in this, which is pretty amazing.
Authority figure in this. Got it.
Yes. I know I would love this. I just haven't gotten around to it, honestly. But The Boys and Gen V, I'm just obsessed with. So, and I don't know what it is about Prime Video that they've just figured out how to do, like a Marvel alternative superhero situation, like so well. But I'm really enjoying the kind of things that they're producing in that realm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, Invincible is right up there with The Boys. I mean, it's not as I guess politically charged to a degree, or it doesn't have much of anything else outside to say other than what the that good is good and bad is bad. But it still is a really great time, and it kind of deviates from your typical superhero story. So in that regard, it's like a perfect companion piece to The Boys, because The Boys is a little bit heavier. It has a lot more themes and what things it's trying to say, versus Invincible is kind of like, okay, this is a pretty standard story of good versus evil, but it just takes you through a few loops, and who doesn't love a good Superman parody?
All right, I'm gonna have to dive into this eventually. I know, because everyone keeps telling me about it. All right, thank you, Quam. Great pick. The premiere I'm most looking forward to this week is the new sci-fi romance film. This is a real big departure from Invincible. It's the new sci-fi romance film Fingernails, which drops this Friday, November 3rd on Apple TV+. Let's take a quick look at the trailer.
You guys taking the test?
Yeah. 3 years ago, we were positive. Felt like a weight had been lifted.
I founded this institute to take the risk out of love. No more uncertainty, no more wondering if you've chosen the right partner, no more divorce. We were the first to build the machines to conduct the test, to make the bond of love stronger.
I really want to work here. A lot of famous people study there.
Really? Like who?
Ginger Spice.
She's my favorite.
I know.
I think it's normal to get into a bit of a routine.
I think relationships should be worked on every day. Oh, sorry. I was wondering if it was possible that one person could be in love with two people at the same time.
It's a biological impossibility.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
In case you didn't pick up on all the details in the trailer, Fingernails is set in an alternate reality where a groundbreaking new technology definitively determines if two people are in love by ripping out and testing their fingernails. The film follows a young woman named Anna, played by incredible Oscar-nominated actress Jessie Buckley, and her scientifically approved partner Ryan, played by the Bear star Jeremy Allen White, as they settle into their happy but possibly too comfortable relationship. And when Anna begins working at the Love Institute, which does this test, she finds herself falling for another man, played by Oscar-winning actor Riz Ahmed. I've said it on What to Watch Live before, but I absolutely love fresh, original sci-fi stories, and I love sci-fi even more when it doesn't entirely feel like sci-fi elements in a grounded human story. But what really excites me about this movie is the cast. That's Jessie Buckley from Women Talking and the Fargo TV series, Jeremy Allen White from The Bear, as I mentioned, Riz Ahmed from Sound of Metal and the HBO series The Night Of, Annie Murphy from Schitt's Creek, and as you saw in the trailer, Luke Wilson. The thing is absolutely stacked with some of the most talented actors working today, and I'm really excited to check it out. Nicole, you saw this at TIFF.
I did. Yeah.
Am I right in looking forward to this?
Yes. Maddie, our fellow editor, also watched it with me. We both loved it. Obviously, we were drawn to the cast. They're all great and talented people. But like you said, the premise is so unique. It's so different. The romance is really creative in this. So it's like an everyday life with a touch of sci-fi and romance. But the fingernails thing is a little jarring. I will say that if you have a weak stomach, you're probably not going to like it because, as you can imagine, it's a very painful, intense experience, and they show you quite a few times. But overall, it's such a great film. It was one of my favorites from TIFF, so I hope everyone gets a chance to see it.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to take that test too many times.
I was just about to say, imagine if you keep going in it keeps failing, and you're like, oh God, I only have 10 of these things.
I mean, obviously you have to wait till it grows back, but it's such a norm in the society. If you have a bandage on your finger, you're like, oh, how was your test? So it's just like a universal truth. Like, did you pass? Did you not? I won't get into the nitty gritty, but it's really interesting the way they develop it.
I'm really excited. I love Jessie Buckley and Riz and Jeremy Allen White. I mean, these really are like three of the hottest stars going right now, all in one place. Apple TV Plus they're not missing recently. They really are producing some great stuff. So that's Fingernails. Nicole, what are you looking forward to this week?
All right, a little different, but also romance. I'm going with My Big Fat Greek Wedding 3. So the Protocolos family is back, and now they're actually in Greece. Now available to own, but will also be available on Peacock this Friday. So let's take a look at the clip.
A lot has happened since my big fat Greek wedding.
Like I never left.
My father passed away, and his last wish was for us to visit his childhood village and reconnect with our roots. So we're having a reunion. We're going to Greece.
Oh, yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4.
And by we, I mean the whole family.
Who wants souvlaki?
Paging souvlaki. Anybody by the name of souvlaki on this flight?
Aristotle, what?
I didn't know you were gonna be here.
What are you doing here? They had an amazing date. She ghosted him.
You are the Portocalos family. We are related through your papa's papa, who was married to my great Yaya's sister-in-law.
So, as you can see, most of the regulars are back for this one, so it's very exciting. Unfortunately, Michael Constantine, aka Gus, passed away in 2021, so the plot will revolve around honoring their father's legacy, which is why they're in Greece. It's got some Mamma Mia vibes going on, as like Tula tries to track down 3 older men, which are Gus's like childhood friends, just for a village reunion and to obviously pay tribute to him. She runs into some issues, of course, but overall it's a light and fun watch. Definitely has that wholesome family tone, like in the first 2 films. Perfect way to cap it as like a trilogy now. So I definitely recommend for anyone who's a fan of the other films. Kwam, I know how you feel about it. David, have you seen the others?
I have.
It's so good. Yeah.
Yeah.
The first
you know
one
what?
I loved.
So I have not seen 2, and I won't see 3. But I saw one. I saw 1. It's funny. It's one of those movies where, so growing up, my high school best friend was Greek, and I spent a lot of time with he and his Greek family, and they were so excited when this movie was coming out. I went and saw it. It was only an independent movie theater, so it wasn't a wide release when it first came out. We went to some little small independent theater, Point of View Cinema in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, to watch this, like 2 or like 5 people in this little theater. I loved it. Thought it was funny. But I watched the second time and I felt like the gags were not funny the second time around. There's only so much of the Windex that's funny. It's like a novelty the first time. Ha ha ha. He is so silly. Second time, it's like, okay, like I get it. And I feel like I'm not going to appreciate the gags for a full second and third movie. My personal opinion,
That's fair. Kwam, did I entice you at all to start this franchise?
Oh man, nice. Strong word. You intrigued me.
Okay.
To at least start the first to see if I can get to the second, and if I can get through those first 2, then the third will await me. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I mean, David's quick, critique didn't do you justice.
Yeah,
so.
it didn't do it justice.
You weren't enticed by that biting souvlaki joke on the plane? What a riot.
I didn't even get the joke because I was just like, what does that even mean?
Well, there's a lot of that, so be prepared if you do watch it.
But look at Joey Fatone up there on the poster.
Yeah, I mean, he's hot right now, so gotta watch it for him. He's not in it that much, I will say. He's got a very small part. Him and his sister, Nikki, back there.
Yeah, this is like when the whole Meet the Parents, Little Fockers franchise lasted a little too long.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't mean to. I'm not. I went in and I was like, I'm not going to say anything negative about Nicole's pick, but it's obviously popular.
It's fine. We don't have to agree on everything. Okay.
Each his own.
Yeah.
We don't. My Big Fat Greek Wedding 3 available to own now, and you said Peacock this Friday.
Yeah.
Go check it out for all the souvlaki jokes. And you can check out all the TV shows we just discussed and so much more by saying what to watch into your Xfinity voice remote.